We're in the incredible Barrington Tops near Gloucester in New South Wales. For the few days we're here, we've set up a base camp at Pole Blue campsite. Most of my four-wheel drive trips usually revolve around an A to B journey with probably about 5 or 6 different stops along the way. But not this time. In Barrington Tops, they have such a plethora of different four-wheel drive tracks and things to see that you really can create a base camp for your entire journey. In somewhere like here at Pole Blue, it is fantastic because you're sort of smack in the middle of the park and you can just go out and do these awesome little day trips, and you'll, generally speaking, never be much more than sort of 15 minutes to half an hour away from your camp. But it has taught me a bunch of things. Firstly, you are saving so much time in setup and pack up each day, so you are gaining hours of track time by having a base camp. And even better, when you've got all your touring gear staying at camp, you don't have it clattering around the back of your four-wheel drive while you're on the tracks. But the icing on the cake of having a base camp, when you've got a Parks 13 behind you, well, look at me. Plenty of mud, plenty of grime from the day's four-wheel driving, and I've got a hot shower waiting for me in there so I can scrub off and have an exceptionally enjoyable evening. See you later. One of the other advantages of having a base camp is that friends can easily find you in places like this where mobile phone reception is patchy at best, which is how my mate Callan found us. Callan is a lifelong motoring enthusiast and took up four-wheel driving about 5 years ago. I'm particularly excited to see how his Ford Raptor, which is a cross between a sports truck and a four-wheel drive, handles the terrain around here.
Well, Cal, welcome to the Barrington Tops, mate.
Mate, how good's this? Thanks for having me, mate.
Yeah, welcome from me too, Cal. But mate, I've got to ask you a question. You're driving that big hairy-chested Raptor there. Do you ever feel that the expectations on you as a four-wheel driver
far exceed everyone else? So if
you get bogged, it's going to be a lot more embarrassing?
I'll try not to think about that too much, Pat, but I think I might surprise a few people here.
Fair enough. Well, we'll see. Today, Bill is planning to surprise both of us. So where are you off to first, Bill?
Got a little track in mind just up here near the Firs picnic area.
it's a fun little warm-up track.
It's not very long, but plenty of mud, and it'll get us all ready for a big day of wheeling.
Towering pine trees all but block out much of the sunlight, giving the trail a cool, dark atmosphere.
Right turn here, guys, onto our first track.
Here we go.
Oh, and it looks pretty tough already, so we might pull up and pop it into low range.
Where have you taken us?
How pretty is this?
It's pretty, Cal, until you see over my bonnet right now.
Mate, I'm in the Raptor, we'll be right.
The track through Stewart's Brook State Forest immediately turns muddy, with a few boulders and tree roots that seem to have been perfectly placed to try and trip us up. Bill is on point.
Oh, a little kiss on the body. 2 kisses.
The rest of us follow one at a time. The deeper into the pine forest we go, the muddier and wetter the track gets. A little sludge isn't going to stop this Ford convoy. I'm up next.
Of big tree roots around here. I suppose there's a whole lot of big trees too.
And then it's time for Cal in the Raptor. He makes pretty easy work of it too. We stopped for a breather and a quick snack in a forest of Douglas firs. It's a perfect chance to take it all in. The forest was planted in 1960 and has become a favourite haunt of lyrebirds.
So quiet.
Our next destination takes us higher into the Barrington Tops. A morning mist cloaks the drive. We're over 1,500 metres above sea level. We turn onto Pheasants Creek Road.
So guys, this next track doesn't really have a name, but it's one I went on last time, and there's a good little hill climb and a good little creek crossing, so I reckon it'll be good fun. But last time I was out here, I actually got breath tested by the cops.
Wow, they even made it out this far.
Yeah, well, what are the chances? I've never come across that, mate.
Bill was shocked to find the boys in blue doing an RBT out here, so he took photos to prove it. It's not a bad warning that no matter how remote you think you are, the police could be around the next bend with a breathalyzer.
This looks like our first little mud hole for this track.
It's a nice tight track down here, isn't it, mate?
It's bloody awesome. A little bit slippery coming into that hole there.
You can really feel the car moving around in the ruts here.
Oh, and it just gets better around this corner, far out. This is going to be epic.
Hey!
Oh no!
No forward progress.
I've just whacked the locker in and sprayed myself with mud in here.
Whoa! There's no point having a steering wheel in these situations.
This is a really enjoyable track, offering up one stretch of muddy goodness after another. Nothing too technical, but navigating the ruts and rocks is giving our rigs a good workout and a thick coating of Barrington Tops muck.
Another little mud hole.
Ooh, it's a bit deeper than I thought. Oh,
Did not see that one coming. Whey! You have to work to get out of that.
awesome.
Wow, now it's my turn. It's a little mini roller coaster.
Have a closer look at my Ford Ranger Wild Track hitting the mud hole in super slow motion. Call me crazy, but I think it's a thing of beauty. Coming up after the break, a battle royale. Us versus the hill. Bill versus Pat.
I'm not going to let Bill make me look bad.
And the top 6 4x4 mistakes that you don't want to make. Then later, staying alive during the summer snake season. And make sure you check out the Mr. 4x4 app at mr4x4.com.au.